whole essay. Where was it? Wuthering Waves dev team, I think? Something like that. Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Okay, this is them. This is them. So this is what they dropped. What's good, Skill? How you feeling, brother? This is what they dropped. It says, I think if you want to stay away from leaks, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because some people want to be surprised. And I'm the same way with almost everything. I pretty much hate spoilers 99.9% of the time. I feel like with leaks, at least for WUWA, again, I can't comment on anything on Genshin because Hoyoverse was spit in my mouth because I'm a Hoyoverse creator and they give me a wet willy and possibly finger pop my hand. But the reason why I like leaks is because it gives me an idea of what's coming and I can inform my chat for people who want to know and cover it. But I do think that I think character leaks are still cringe, especially if you're just posting it straight up on your stories or your platforms or your thumbnails and whatnot. I think that is extremely, extremely, extremely cringe. Story leaks are even worse. I think story leaks is diabolical for sure. I am a Hoyoverse CC. So it says, since the start of version 1.1, and a spoiler warning, I agree with you. But so here, let's read this text, right? Since the story 1.1, CBT has worked overshadowed. Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so that way everyone can see it. Our work has been overshadowed by unauthorized content leaks. These leaks have spread fast and wide, including story cutscenes, story drafts, character concept art, and even discarded environment assets. Many have expressed frustration at encountering leaked content despite your efforts to avoid it, largely due to platform algorithms. These unverified leaks have dulled the impact of our official version updates and caused major spoilers, undermining the experience we've carefully crafted for you. Also, hi, Dams. How are you? Have a great day today, Sneaky. Welcome, and say hi to YouTube. I get that. I think it's extremely frustrating when like you work on something X amount of time as a developer. I could easily see leaks being a frustrating thing, and then again, it's just randomly thrown out there, and you're like, well, wait a second, how do they know this, right? I don't even know this. So I agree with that. I think that's valid. Last month, we issued a statement condemning leaks and received widespread support from our community. Thanks to this, many leakers realized the harm they've caused and ceased their activities. Unfortunately, with the launch of version 1.4 CBT server, we are once again facing severe leaks of unreleased content. What I don't get, again, I'm not agreeing with leakers. I think it's stinky, especially story. I think story is diabolical as hell. I just don't understand how this keeps happening. How is there not a system in place where, because clearly these people, they don't go to the Kuro office, right? They download the launchers. I'm assuming this is 100% assumptions, by the way. I'm not a part of this, right? I'm not in the CN community. I have no access if I wanted to. They download the launchers. They're given a login, and then after that, they probably give their login and their information in the launcher out to other people. I think it's so simple to the point of like, can you not just pick a certain group of people, make them sign NDAs, and then after that, if you know that one of them is leaking something, get rid of all of them. Just get rid of them. They have no other chance. That's it. I think it's so straightforward. I just don't get it. And as I said previously, story leaks obviously are diabolical, like my man also said. I'm gonna read a comment in a moment. But also, we got to keep it a stack, brother. If you're leaving story in the beta for 1.4 when you know leaks are a problem, I think that's a little silly. I'm not gonna blame them for it because obviously you can't. I think that's silly to blame them, but I do think like we have to get to a point. It's like, all right, like you understand how this works. You see what happens with Genshin. You see what happens with HSR. You see what happens with PGR. I mean, like, it's just straight up. I don't think it's rocket science. Data mining is different. When you find things in the files and the code and whatnot, that is not as crazy as story leaks when they're releasing the whole plot of things. Right? It's good, Dash. Story diabolical, but I'm gonna need that banner roadmap. We're trying to plan accordingly over here. And I get that. And I think a lot of people look at those leaks, and I understand it, and I think that's fine. If you want to go do that in your own time, it is what it is. But I do think story is crazy. But I just don't understand how this happens all the time. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about 50 Cent. Honestly, this is the God's honest truth, and maybe it's not for this developer in particular, but a lot of companies like leaks. Why do they like leaks? Because leaks build hype for what is upcoming. 50 Cent had a beef with Kanye back in 2007, and what 50 Cent did was he leaked his own song. He wrote about it in his book. This is a real story. He leaked a song and then pretended to have an outrage and someone posted on YouTube like, oh my God, 50 Cent's going crazy because his shit was leaked. Then after that, they listened to that song like, oh, this is fucking hot. This is crazy. I get money leaked. I got to go buy that 50 album now. And so a lot of the times I do think that leaks are not necessarily a bad thing. Truthfully, maybe they don't want it, is what it is, but like it's just like hey, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Am I bugging? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they don't have UID passes. They either have the blur in the middle of the screen. Yeah, I agree, Osio. I agree. It's so silly. It's so silly. Peter, I'm sure 2 years. Yeah, leaks are probably intentional. In my opinion, Apple do it, Google. Yeah, no, leaks happen all the time. I do think there is a point where, again, leaks go too far. But, I mean, come on, bro. Come on. I don't think it's rocket science. So developing a new version is meticulous and time-consuming. Character creation, for example, begins several versions ahead with a user research followed by months of design, developing, testing, and fine-tuning. Also, Dams, I'm happy to hear that you're feeling better, and I'm happy you're doing good, Bread. Bread, let me know. Keep me updated, my mans. I'm sorry, I went on a rant. Before each update, we can conduct a closed beta test to ensure the final product meets player expectations. Promotion only begins when everything is ready, with methodically scheduled moments to provide the best experience. We believe this approach ensures consistent, polished releases, allowing players and content creators to fully engage with each update. Unfortunately, leaks disrupt the process, taking away the element of surprise and undermining the hard work of the team who puts details in. I understand that, man. It could definitely be frustrating. I don't know their perspective. If they obviously they're saying they don't like it, they're threatening legal action. So clearly that we have their stance, right? I'm not the one to argue their stance is correct or incorrect, because at the end of the day, it's their company. They're gonna do what they want. So let's continue. Now with version 1.4 CBT on track and preparations for official marketing well underway, the team is focused on developing our next major update, a brand new area that has been designed based on all the feedback from you since launch. This new area is a true co-creation between us and the player community. In a way, it belongs to all of us. We can call on all players to cherish this creative journey together. Please help us protect our hard work by standing against leaks. We will continue gathering evidence against those who steal and distribute our unreleased materials. If you encounter any leaks, we encourage you to report them to us via email legal@kuro.com. Once again, we extend our deepest thanks to all of you and your love for the support. So I think, like, I mean, first of all, I'm pretty obvious we're getting a new area in 2.0, right? So clearly they're working on a new area. I'm very excited to see what's going to come out of it. I don't think there's anything wrong with reporting leaks. I think if you support the company that way, and like I know a lot of people, I made a whole video on about it. Like people are coming at Gotcha Smack, calling him a bitch or whatever. He's a snitch or a rat, whatever. Listen, man. If you want to help him report the leaks, you don't just keep fucking scrolling. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's like a topic of like crazy serious contention or anything. As a consumer, I value leaks because they can give me a head start on Gotcha content for releases. Also, is good murder. Yeah, no, I get that. And also said that earlier. Again, with Gotcha content, leaks of characters definitely help. But there are ways of going about leaks where it's less intrusive and less invasive, besides even story leaks. Again, if you are leaking characters, mark it as spoiler. If you're showing things, mark it as spoiler. If you're saying, hey, this is going to be a problem, you know what I mean? Like, it's because not everybody wants to see what Camilla looks like. Not everybody wants to see all of that information. They want to experience it themselves. Some people like leaks, and like I said with that 50 Cent situation, it gets them even more excited. So it's a toss-up. And then there's other people who actually think the leaks are horrible, and they see something, and it might not be, you know, let's say fully polished or fully finished. Like, oh, I don't like that. That looks like trash. That looks like trash. And again, this happens again. Happens to Star Wars. Happens to ZZ. I mean, like, take the story out. Just take the story out. That is like the baseline has to happen, and that's on Kuro. They need to take the story out of these, because the fact that people are able, data mining is different. Keeping the story in the actual beta is fucking insane. I heard Gotcha Smack snitched and said it on Twitter. No, he did, and I made a whole video about it. Also, yes, exclamation point, yeah, brother, go get that Yat merch. Can we get a shout out my boy Coco? Is Wuthering Waves working for you? I haven't even tried to get on the game yet, Coco. Is it not working? As a Genshin leaker said, Genshin removes all story content from their betas. WUWA should do the same if they can. I agree. Remove the story content from the betas. Then after that, once you remove the story content from the betas, then you just have, you know, that. I find the character designs about other things not cool. Yeah. And then you do have weirdos like Norishio. I mean, let me see if I can pull it up, where they straight up are asking people for their login. Now, this person copyrighted something for taking their footage, and they just took footage from Kuro, so it is what it is. I think this person's low-key cringe. It is what it is. Point being is they reach out to people and say, yo, can I get the beta key? Bro. And then after that, I don't know, bro, I don't know how far I got to go to find this homie's tweet. I don't know. There we go. To block me, can I quote tweet? I did ask about her PGRCN beta access, share news about the GL community. I don't know what GL is since no one else does that. When she said no, I respected the TOS and moved on. All right, cool, that's whatever. But like it happens. It happens. Coco, I'm gonna launch a game right now for you. Let's see what the deal is. I like your yap. I like you, Noakes. I like your face. What pause? But so yeah, I mean, I feel like overall, like leaks, they can be positive, they could be negative. At the end of the day, that's Kuro's judgment call. But why is a story in the game? You know what I'm saying, brother? I just think that's so silly. So I don't know, man. That's my 2 cents on leaks. And then again, people like me, when I cover it, if I'm covering text, right? I think there's 100% of difference covering text on a paper and theory crafting, although it's not really theory crafting. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Atif, yo, you're in a YouTube video. I'm not cutting it out, bro. Damn yeah, bro. I appreciate the follow. Welcome in, bro. We're having a great day today. Go back to that cosplay. That cosplay was me. What? I appreciate you. Welcome in. I don't think it is a I think that's very different than just straight up posting gameplay. So that's my 2 cents. Go follow, go like the video, all that good stuff. I love you guys. Mwah. Say hi, YouTube. Now say bye to YouTube. JK, I'm ending the recording. Good night.